song only.
I
don't even know what that means. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. You know, it's nice. Get some people going.
Keep them going.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. We're here for Country Boys of Crypto Southeast Staking, coming to you live on this awesome Wednesday night. How's everybody doing out here today?
I'm doing great.
Man, I'm doing awesome too. So, hey, man, it's nothing but good news. The market is doing good things today. Once again, I'm Dwight Withrow coming to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We got my brother Willie Fels on here from Palatka, Florida, and we're here to get you going.
Get you live. Keep you updated on the latest news in the crypto space. And really just talk a bunch of shit too. Who knows? Hey, Country Boy, as we say all the time, Country Boys of Crypto, you never know what you're gonna hear. So don't try to put us in no box or tag us in. We're not experts. We're passionate about the space.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Zach? Zach joining us tonight.
Zach's joining tonight, right?
Yeah. So go ahead, my man. Read them their rights.
Man, I tell you right now, we are not financial advisors, okay? Anything that we say and discuss is truly speculation and our opinion, okay? Number 2, education is the key. You must do everything that you can to gain every bit of knowledge that you can in the crypto space, because education is the key. Number 3, get a return on your investment as fast as you can. Quickly as possible, I should say. And 4, never invest more than you can afford to lose. All right. So here we go. Let's go over the market space.
Yeah, let's talk about the coin market cap today. We're sitting at $1 trillion, down 2.7%. Look at Bitcoin dominance, man. It's starting to come down. I told you it's down to 63.6%. I said that
62, what you keep saying. I want 60.
62 to me will signal altcoin season, and you will see that it will continuously go down and down. Now, the height of altcoin season, if you're looking at the hits that pass, I mean, you're talking about 30, 40% Bitcoin dominance. And so you're seeing it go down, and the more that Bitcoin goes sideways, it goes sideways. There's a lot going on right now, right? Everybody's kind of busy right now, if you will. There's a lot of uncertainty. People that we had an inauguration here in the U.S. today. People are focused on a lot of other things, and they uncertain right now. And so this is going to get exciting. This is going to get fun. I told you, Bitcoin's going sideways too.
Man, I don't even know. What you said we had a what today? I think I need to go put a hat on.
Can we all just get along? Bitcoin sitting at 35,043 cents, down to 3.3% in the last 24 hours, which is nothing. Ethereum 1,356, down the day after having their all-time high, and at 2.4%. Now, remember when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, what happened the next day? What happened to it? It went down. It went down. And it stayed kind of down. It went sideways for a little while, if people remember. And then it shot up. All right. Polkadot, $17.56. Up 7.5%. We got a Cardano back to 37 cents, up 0.8% in the last 24 hours. Litecoin, 146, down 4.7%. Really, nothing's doing really bad. Nothing's really doing bad. Just a lot of sideways, really. Chainlink, 2161, up 3.5%. Stellar, 29 cents, down 2.6%. Let's see what's really doing good. All right. Hashgraph. Well, let's see. Let's go to I'm not sure much about Hedera.
No, Hashgraph. I thought you said hash brown. I said, here we go, man. We already got French fries, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hedera is there. Yeah. DeFi space with the farms. All right. Curve DAO token, 17.1. So look at Vechain. And we're going to talk about Vechain later on in the show. And why we're going to talk about why we feel we're very, 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 very bullish on this one. Vechain is going to, man, they're paving the industry. They're paving something new. And we're going to talk about why we like this coin. Why is it important? And why we think that everyone should have Vechain in their bag somewhere. And then guess what? Look, I mean, it's only 3 cents. It's a top 20 coin. It's only 3 cents.
That coin right there is at an all-time high. That coin was I think around March or April. We got that coin for 0.3 of a cent is what that coin was when we first discovered it, and went into that coin and what it was going to be doing out here as far as the worldwide goes with the supply chain. So that is good. So that coin is still awesome price for you to get into.
And I'll give you my prediction of where I think that coin's going to go. 12% for Horizon, Icon in the top coins just doing good. Polkadot. All right, let's see what's doing bad. 11.5%. Ampleforth, Energy Web 11.5. Cosmos 5.9. Really, guys, there's nothing doing bad. This is small. This is nothing. This is not bad. I mean, these are small numbers. Guys, the market's looking good. The market's consolidating. There's good things that's going on. This is a good time to be buying because when you see this sideways action like this, and it looks like we got about another day of this, looking at some earlier charts today. But when you're looking at this and you're looking at something like this, guys, to me, there's an explosion coming. There's something coming, and it always feels like it's gonna fire up in a positive manner when you see stuff like this. So it's exciting. Exciting to be a part of, exciting to be. So let's jump into our first article.
Yes, sir.
SEC. We're gonna jump into our first article. Zach, you got Vechain in the bag?
Man, Zach should have some Vechain in the bag. I'm pretty positive Zach's got some Vechain in the bag. I would hope. You know what I'm saying? He's been coached on that now. So,
wow.
If he don't,
University Chattanooga.
Yeah. Let's see here.
All right, SEC's Crypto Mom.
Woo! SEC's Crypto Mom demands innovation. Says you can't prosecute an algorithm. The commissioner of the SEC, Hester Pierce, told the audience at the CFC 2021 that crypto regulation should be focused on innovation and the U.S. should be number one. SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce spoke at the CFC 2021 virtual blockchain conference on January 20th, where she discussed the prospects of working with the new Biden-appointed chairman and touched on her hopes of providing the cryptocurrency space with some safe harbor. Now, I'm gonna stop right there.
Wait,
yeah, I'm gonna stop it right there. Safe harbor by the government. Obviously, crypto was created, decentralized, not controlled by no government, and we're fine. So why do we want to do what do the opposite of what crypto was created for, to bring them involved in there? I understand we got some stuff that needs to be, you got tether coins, things like that they're worried about. We talking about the DeFi space, but I really don't want the government in nothing I got with crypto.
Well, I think what she's basically doing. Wait, first, the virtual blockchain conference is going on right now. Is that the one we was a part of last year?
Yeah, but it was later on in the year, man.
Yeah, that's the CFC 2021 virtual blockchain conference. I'm like, I like that conference. Okay, but back to it, I'm like, I missed that then. All right, so let's, but the title says it all, right? You can't regulate an algorithm, so it doesn't matter. The title said it all. When is Americans? When is people? When are we going to be okay to not listen to the FUD that they say and share, and not allow them to dictate to us what we can do and what we can't do? We say we don't want government in our business, but we wait for the government to tell us what to do. We wait for the government to say it's okay to get Bitcoin. We wait for the government to say it's okay to do this and okay to do that. But instead of just acting on our own, there is no, the SEC cannot, there is no suing Bitcoin. What front office are they going to find? What entity? And it's a decentralized currency. And just like you said, you don't want them involved. That was the whole reason Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever he is, created it. And the greatest thing about it was that he became pseudonymous. He never showed who he was. And that's probably the greatest thing about it. But we don't need them to say cryptocurrency got a safe harbor. But I think what he's trying to say is that we need to get in front of this and be innovative with this, that this could be a friend and this could be something that we could be. But now you got to look at where Janet Yellen comes from. Janet Yellen was once head of who? Do you know? Janet Yellen, who she was once head of the Federal Reserve. So that tells you everything right there, right? She tried to protect that almighty dollar. So this lady was once head of the Federal Reserve. And so this lady speaks all the time for banks. And she's big time speaker for banks. So they say one time she got paid $280,000 to speak. I'm like, what?
Hey, all I gotta say is, if those of you in the crypto space with us, if you want the government to help us out, raise your hand. We know the answer, man. I think my boy Ray Charles can count the hands in the audience on that one. So, known affectionately by cryptocurrency enthusiasts and crypto mom, Pierce addresses the changeover at the SEC that saw former chairman Jay Clayton depart his post in December. Incoming President Joe Biden has since nominated Gary Gensler for the role. Pierce said Gensler's appointment was not yet in stone, but that the appointment of any new chairman brings an opportunity to approach things with a new set of eyes. There have been quite a few things in the last year, so I think the change in leadership is a good opportunity to take a look at those changes, including institutionalization. We've obviously seen the price of Bitcoin rise quite a bit. We've seen a lot of activity in the DeFi space, and I think all these things will provide a nice framework against which a new chairman can take a fresh look at questions across the board in the crypto space. The SEC commissioner told of the perennial sword of Damocles, this has been hanging over the cryptocurrency space since the inception, namely regulation. But the goal of regulation should be to provide clarity, according to Pierce, adding that she hoped the new chairman would make sure that the U.S. was still conducive in innovation.
Yeah, I mean, and look at this. I mean, we're falling behind. China is ahead of us. Japan is being innovative with cryptocurrency and digital currencies.
I mean, everybody
Russia,
right now. I mean, Russia. What was it?
Iran,
Iran and Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
Iran was
on why some of these countries like Iran and Russia and all these want to be, because when you go to put sanctions on them, they have an outlet. They have different things that they can get involved with that protects them from sanctions. So that and in their minds, not being bullied by the big bad military, which is the U.S. military. And so if we play this game of what is it? If we play this game, protect the cave at all costs, then we could mess around and we get left behind. And it's not far before you see a new monetary leader in the world, which China's right on our heels already. If not, and some believe will be leaving us this year. But I mean, the printer's on. The printers, they're printing money like it's nothing. And it's not just America. I want people to know that. It's not just America's printing money. The whole world is printing. The whole world has to print.
Hey, whoa. Don't even go there. It ain't just America. Hell,
it's not.
We just dished out
a
trillion to Americans and 2 trillion to other countries. So we're obviously printing money for them.
Yeah, we print money for them too. But there's other countries, I'm talking about the big ones, that are printing as well. China's printing money too. Russia's printing money too. They got the printers on too. Them central banks got printers on everywhere. But that's my point, is that one thing that we can understand is that this, with Janet Yellen in there, she was the former head of the Federal Reserve. So in her mind, she's going to be preaching to them, let's not see enough what we saw in 2008. Let's not let the market crash. What do they got to do to not make the market crash?
Oh, you got to put money that people spend. I mean, you got to do that.
They're going the printer has to go. The printer has to go in Greece. The printer has to go, and they're going to keep printing. They're going to keep printing.
But it's going to catch up to it sometime. It's going to catch up.
That printer is a friend to Bitcoin. We don't know that yet, because we know hyperinflation will catch up. But what we don't know is what the consequences is long term yet. Why do I say that? Because what is currency? What is fiat currency backed by?
Yeah.
And anyway, if they could just print money like that, you ever thought about why are we paying taxes? Because can't they just print the money we pay in taxes and be done with it? Hey, you just turn on the printer. Just print as much as you want. You ain't got to pay taxes.
I'm just glad that Bitcoin just can't be just keep being created.
And that's the beauty of it. Only 21 million will ever be created.
Not like my buddies at Ripple. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. In February 2020, Pierce told the audience at the BlockRest blockchain conference in Illinois that she thought the SEC's safe harbor provision should be applied to crypto launches. Currently, as Pierce explained at the CFC 2021, new projects are under pressure to prove their non-security status from day one. If you can't prove that your token is functional from day one on the network is decentralized, you may very well run into a situation where under the securities law, it's treated as a securities offering, said the commissioner. But
boom.
Whoa.
What's the second part of that? That your network is decentralized.
Well, we understand.
Whoa, XRP, you in trouble. You in trouble.
Hey.
But hey, I'm not gonna talk about XRP, but you know who is decentralized? Cardano.
88.
Yeah.
Why you always want to crush my dreams about XRP, man?
Well, I ain't crushing your dreams, man. I told you not to get involved with that one from the beginning.
I mean, it's people like you that's trying to crush my dreams.
It's like that girl, that pretty girl in the room, and I told you she was. Hey, you don't want to mess with that girl. She pretty, she look good, but they
want the band geek. She wanted
got that talk. But I'm telling you, don't better leave that girl alone. And guess what you did? Hey, country boys in crypto, man. You never know what we're gonna talk about, guys.
Hey, you never know. But thank you, Ripple. They were good to me.
I made a little money.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if only for one night.
it was a one-night stand. It was yeah.
There you
Hey,
go.
if you can't prove that your token is functional from day one, or that your network is decentralized, you may very well run into a situation where under securities law, it is treated as a securities offering, said the commissioner. But if Pierce's proposal to apply safe harbor status to crypto launches gains traction at the SEC, it will grant projects an initial 3-year window during which regulatory liability would ramp up gradually for purpose of fostering innovation, Pierce says.
Wow.
Ah,
Wow.
you know,
Safe harbor status, the crypto launches game. Oh, it will grant projects an initial 3-year window. I think that helps ICOs
it
and
does.
people that come in here and they try. You got to prove you're doing something, man. Stop trying. I mean, when 2017 it was just money grabs. I mean, people was taking people Bitcoin. That's all they were doing, because they was creating stuff. Never had no real white paper. Never had nothing. I mean, just going off of just. I mean, it was crazy. And the amount of things that people was jumping on just to get early coins, it was just crazy. And they go up one day, and then the next day it's down, and then 3 days later it's gone.
So what you
So it was
saying was
crazy.
during that time frame, the ICOs were acting like our government, just want to tax everybody, just take their shit, right?
Yeah, that's basically what it was doing. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad the government is getting so interested in the crypto. It makes me feel good about this. As I read this article, man, I'm getting excited about it right now, as you can tell. So,
Yeah.
and the interview in 3 years, and you believe that now? Don't believe that, guys. And the interview in 3 years, you would comply with disclosure orders, which would supply those purchasers of tokens some information about you, the development team, and about the token economy. And it would also make sure that the anti-fraud provisions of securities apply so that you couldn't lie about those things. Now, I agree with that. We don't need a bunch of people in the space that are out here creating fake ICOs, like you're saying, to grab money and people putting money into it and it's a scam or whatever, and they run off with your coins. I mean, I'll agree with that. But like I said, once we start opening up this door for them to help with this, what other doors are we going to open up for them to try to put their hand in the honeypot?
Yeah, but I think the real thing when in this space, if you want to be a creator, you better figure out how to become decentralized fast, just like it says. Take it out of your hands, become decentralized, create foundation, create a platform, a multi-level platform that just not one person or one head. Because even if they came after Charles Hoskins, they can't stop Cardano. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't shut down Cardano if you come because Cardano's decentralized. And so, and then you got IOHK, then you got Emergo, then you got the Cardano Foundation. So you got multi-levels of innovation that's going on. The innovation won't stop if something happened to Charles Hoskins. The innovation won't stop if something happened to the Cardano Foundation. So I like the way it's a multi-level built. And so you have to come like that in this space. And this is awesome. I mean, this is very innovative. This is something new. We've never seen anything like this. So there is going to be a lag. There is going to be, legislation that comes out, or regulation, that comes out later. And that's how we are, right? We respond or we react once we see it. I mean, it's just like anything in the FDA. Most of your products say it's not FDA approved. The only time they're going to look at it if you kill somebody. Then they come to knock on your door, right? You can create whatever you want to create, but if it start hurting someone, then you got to now they're coming to knock on your door.
Man, don't be saying that, man. We got people.
That's funny how backwards that is.
Don't be saying that, man. We got people out here. We're trying to get to take the coronavirus vaccine, dude. What you trying to
do? Hey, man.
Hey. So as a lot of people know in the space, Gary Gensler actually has a lot of knowledge about crypto, and he has been up at MIT working with a lot of these very issues. Also, he's aware of Safe Harbor and its conversation that he is informed as chairman. I will certainly have him with him. So Pierce also asked about the recent announcement by the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. The cryptocurrency owners with more than 10,000 in foreign accounts will soon have to report their holdings to the U.S. Treasury Department. She questioned the practicality and morality of the FinCEN's proposal adding. So this is a problem right once again. That's what we're talking about.
So guess what happened with that today? Guess what happened with FinCEN today?
Right.
It got knocked out. Biden knocked it out. Said we're getting rid of that. No, we're not doing that.
Well,
Yeah. So this is no longer in it no more. Joe President Biden knocked it out. He said, we're not doing this FinCEN stuff. They knocked it out. They took it out of legislation for right now. Whether it comes back, I don't know. But for right now, he signed the thing today, knocking it down. They're getting rid of that. That's gone.
Are we sure?
Yeah, it was on Twitter. It was on Twitter. That's typically where I get my good news from. But yeah, it was on Twitter.
He was awake when he done that.
Was he awake?
Damn, Sleepy Joe. Hey,
hey man, that's why they had it early, man. They had it early, man. To get, he sleep now.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I hope his caretaker can help get some more bills through. Hey, we really do need to be careful when it comes to surviving the transitions of individuals who are not suspected of any wrongdoing. Wholesale surveillance of their financial transaction is really concerning, because financial transactions are ultimately expressions of who you are as a person, what you do, what you're buying, what you're interested in. The very presence of decentralized finance would also obstruct any such attempts as financial surveillance by FinCEN. As Pierce Wright points out, it can be difficult to identify and legal culpable counterparty when the counterparty might not even be a human being.
Yeah, because there's so many bots out there. There's a lot of bots out there that's doing different things, and bots that's acting in this DeFi space. That's why you got to be careful too in the DeFi space. And these bots that they have that's mining. I mean, they got bots. I mean, they got bots that's trading. I'm sorry, and bots that's trading. So, what I mean, they could be chasing their tail for months, and come to find out it's a bot. It'd be like, we just wasted all kind of human workload, investigation, and it was a freaking bot. So there's a lot, man. It's just a lot. But thinking of, talking about what you're interested in, how about let's go to Vechain. Vechain.
Let's go to Vechain. Hey, guys, we're gonna talk about some Vechain here.
Vechain.
We're gonna talk about that, man. That is a coin that last year around about March, April. The reason we're high on this chain is it has a lot of everyday life value to this. This coin right here is actually has to do with the supply chain for food products and some other things that are coming in. It starts from point A to point B with tracking your products. This coin was early adopted by Walmart. I think Amazon and some other big companies adopted it. I know Walmart was in the beginning.
Well, let's look at this. So this is supply chain. Remember last year when we first had the pandemic first and everybody needed masks? Remember all the fake masks that was coming through the supply chain? People were paying for N95 or whatever, and they was not even real masks.
Absolutely.
So when you want to know that something you got is real, like all the fake medicine that's been sent to Australia that these people thought was real medicine, and it come to find out it wasn't real. Well, the supply chain line like Vechain tracks it from the steps to your door, so that you know that it's authentic and that it's real.
Underground Atlanta no more. Underground Atlanta no more, baby.
No, yeah. So imagine that. So you know that Louis Vuitton purse you may buy, it's real, or whatever the case is. But they are tracking supply chain things. I mean, this is huge, man. Let's jump right in. I'm fired up. Vechain is an all new high. I gotta up my Vechain bag. I gotta up my Vechain bag.
And I tell everybody, once again, we're not financial advisor, but I can tell you this much: it don't take a good country boys like us can figure this out. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out this coin right here, what it stands for. The companies that are already adapted to this coin, adopted this coin, and said we're going to use this coin to in the supply chain for what this coin started out at. Less than a penny, 0.3 of a penny. I think the first day we jumped on this coin last year, I remember as $140 got 26,000.
Whoa!
$140 got 26,000 Vechain.
Whoa!
First got that. So, and I'm a Vechain man, and I buy Vechain religiously every week because I like what the coin stands for, and I don't see, And when we first start reading into the coin about the supply chain and what else, it's also going to help track with the stuff going on with this pandemic, where it's coming out of China here and there. So this coin has a lot of real life, everyday value that can help. So let me jump in the article here. Vechain posts a new all-time high. What's next, guys? Vechain has broken a pivotal point and pushed towards creating a new all-time high as an influx of Vechain buyers came into the market. While the cryptocurrency was in price discovery mode for some time, it fell just below its all-time high level and struggles to break above it again. Fundamental analysis: Vechain, today's top beneficiary of the altcoin season. Vechain is a blockchain-powered supply chain platform that got created in 2015 and launched in mid-2016. Vechain's goal is to use distributed governance and Internet of Things technology. Let me say that again, guys. Internet of Things technology to create an ecosystem that solves some of the problems in the supply chain management sector. The idea is to boost efficiency, traceability, as well as transparency, all while reducing the cost and giving more control to individual users. Vechain is created and co-founded by Sunny Liu, of IT executive that formerly worked as CIO of Louis Vuitton, China.
Yeah,
My man, you look at hey, smart guy. He knows about all the counterfeit stuff that's coming out. He's he knows about it. CEO from there. But one of the big things I want to point out, guys, in that right there was distributed governance and Internet of Things technology. And we'll talk about that later on. You'll hear about Internet of Things from us. But that is important right there. And if you don't know what IoT is, you need to go Google it, look it up.
Yeah.
Internet
things talking to things.
Yeah.
Things talking to things. And that's a powerful part of this. And then and guys, this to me is like one of the top coins that are fundamentally sound. What I mean by fundamentally sound? They are doing what they said they're going to do. That has real world application. They're not trying to create some we want to fly to Mars and drill oil on Mars. No, these are things that are needing.
It's going to be used in everyday life. They can
needs to be needs to be fixed now. He's the former CIO of Louis Vuitton, like you said, so he knows and understands. That's some $1 trillion market of of fake stuff,
counterfeits and all that,
counterfeit stuff. And so now you're able to track it for everyday users. This ain't for just Walmart. Now they have a contract with Walmart. They did their contract with Walmart, last year? Walmart China?
It was last year in March when it first come out. So it was looking at doing food. Like I said, it was just not going to be used for electronics and clothing. It was going to be used for food and other things. You want to know where that tilapia is coming from over in China, what pond is coming from, what steps it take. We want to make sure that it's been in a proper refrigeration and all this and that. So like we said, this coin has real life value that's already in action today. And what more important time than during a pandemic to not know and trace where your items and products and things are coming from.
Yeah. I'm bullish, man. We're bullish on this. This is probably my third best coin that I love, but I'm very bullish on Vechain. Oh man, I love this. I love what it's doing. I love where it's at. And I think and we need it now.
Oh, absolutely. So are you looking for fast news, hot tips, and we're talking about sign up for this newsletter with us at, you know what I'm saying, southeaststaking.io. Sign up. Go to our page and like it. Go to our page, southeaststaking.io. Vechain's outlook is extremely bullish, especially after entering price discovery to territory today. While the cryptocurrency did introduce a couple of updates to its protocol in the past week, its upside trajectory is mostly caused by up-and-coming altcoin season. Looking at its weekly performance, Vechain has posted gains of 16.64%, outperforming Bitcoin's loss of 1.59%, but failing short of Ethereum's 21.14% gain. At the time of writing, Vechain is trading at 0.0331, 3 cents, representing a 65.49% month-over-month gain. Vechain is currently the 20th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, with a current value sitting at 2.14 billion. So the market cap is it's growing right now. So
Yeah,
we know.
it hit a new all-time high today. And I I'll tell you what I think this coin's going to go in 2021. You know, if we get the right, when you say alt season, man, it just takes the right formula. Everything has to go right. You know, we can't have any of these black swan events. You know, like what happened last year with COVID. You know, it's got to go. Everything's got to go right. Regulation got to go right. You know, you can't get Janet Yellen running out here and tell everybody we got to get rid of crypto almost because it scares out the weak hands. But then you get the crypto mom comes back and who's in charge of the SEC, and she comes back and she calms everything down. And so that gives you a little bit of calmness about what's really going to be happening in the binary. And then Biden starts off the day and gets rid of the fence in the crap they were trying to pull with 15 days. This was going to be enacted. You had 15 days to respond to it. He got rid of that crap. That tells you right now, those are the things you need to go. But then also, some people like it, some people don't. But the printer being on means that people's going to have money to buy crypto. And what a millennial is going to do, they're going to buy crypto. Vechain in this space, if everything goes right, I believe could go to $1 in 2021.
Yeah, you said dollar, man. And obviously I'm gonna be conservative. I was thinking probably around about that 80 cent range, but obviously with the way it's going, I would not say $1 is too far fetched. I wouldn't say the more people to get involved with this. When I start talking about the more companies, you start looking, with your other bigger companies getting involved, as far as Target and other places like that. We might push more than $1. I'm not going to shy away from that. On the conservative side, I was thinking about 80, but obviously I don't think $1 is too bullish.
I mean, look at what it's saying. It's representing 65.49% month-over-month gain.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you, like I said, this coin is going to do something. It's going to make some waves. So all I can say is, guys, get your surfboard and get ready. Get up on it. We know it's coming. So take advantage of this coin. Hey, Vechain,
I mean, even if think about it, if you got 100,000 in this coin and it goes to 50,000, and it goes to 50 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice purse. That's a nice purse for 2021. That's more than the average salary almost. So man, this is pretty good stuff. It hit. You got 100,000 of these. And think about it, you're buying it at 3 cents, 4 cents.
That's the reason I said, guys, you can't go wrong with this right now because I sit here and look at what I purchased it at last year, and it's like, man, guess what? I'm not going to cry over paying 3 cent, 4 cent a coin, but what I do look at is I say, wow, $100 would get me 20,000 coins up until this point, but now that $100. So you see where I'm coming from, what you're getting. So you can't really go wrong. I would much rather pay 3 cent and stack up on this coin that we know is going to have some kind of potential. You buy it at 3 cent and it goes to 25 cents. You're still 22 cents ahead. You got 100,000 of them things. I mean, that's money in the bank, guys. So like I said, I'm bullish on this coin. I've been bullish on it. And like I said, I buy it weekly on the Vechain. But Vechain was one of the biggest beneficiaries at the altcoin season and somehow managed to push towards and create a new all-time high despite the market moving either sideways or dipping slightly. The move is a result of Vechain moving up and consistently touching the 21-day moving average to find support. The cryptocurrency made a strong push towards the upside today as volume increased, creating a new all-time level of 0.3 cents, basically almost 3.5 cents. Vechain has found strong support in its 21-day EMA as well as its 50-day EMA. On the other hand, its upside is fairly unknown as the levels above 3.5 cents are unknown. Still, we may draw some possibility price levels with fib retracements. Vechain daily RSI has been hovering around the overbought territory for some time, but the latest push towards the upside pushes it more towards being overbought. Its current value is sitting at 67.22.
Yeah. So when you're talking about the overbought territory, just meaning that they're saying that there's more buy out there than there's a lot of people trying to buy it versus what's really happening. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, because it's one of the top 25 coins, and it's cheap, and so to me, these smaller coins have the better upside because of the gains that you can get. So, so this is awesome, man. Look forward to what Vechain is doing, man, and where it's going. It's probably the cheapest out of the top 25, right?
Yeah, right now we're looking at right at 3 cents. You know, when you're looking at it right now, well, I don't even refresh that, but
Yeah. So yeah, sitting at 3.3.
Yeah, 3.3 right now. So up 11.9%.
You got 86 billion that's going to be circulating, but when you're a supply chain, you're going to need a lot of tokens.
Yeah, you are going to need.
They're going to need a lot of tokens. I
like
to see. I don't know yet, but if they create some type of burn when the package or whatever is delivered, that they're doing a supply chain on some type of burn or something like that. Oh man, that could be crazy. But I don't know. Yeah.
But
so
here's something else that I didn't discuss about the Vechain. Vechain is also tied in with VThor. So if you're a holder of Vechain coins, you automatically get earn VThor coins within your wallet. So you know, that's the reason, you know, like I said, I'm really bullish on this coin because we don't know what the VThor is going to do. But obviously, right now, it's buy one, get one free, or whatever you want to say. The longer you have your Vechain, you're accumulating VThor on a daily basis. So that's my opinion. You can't go wrong with it. So I don't know if a lot of people, you know what that is. If you ever wonder when you looked at your wallet, you're like, man, I don't think I've ever bought VThor. Where does it VThor?
Yeah. I saw it. VThor
from your from the Vechain. It's a part of the Vechain coin there. So you can read up on it on the VThor.
Comment, guys. Leave a comment in the section. Tell us what you think about Vechain. Are you bullish on Vechain? What do you think it's going to hit in 2021? You tell us what your prediction for 2021 for Vechain is. Well, we're very bullish on Vechain. We're big fans. We're growing the bag. We growing the bag when it comes to Vechain.
We're growing the bag of Vechain, man. We're going to town right now. So most definitely get your Vechain. Vechain up, baby. That's what I want to tell you. Hey, guys, before we go to the next article, I want to tell you, hey, go check out southeaststaking.io. That's southeaststaking.io. We are a Cardano ADA staking pool. So obviously, remember, stake SES, forget the rest. Hey, come on board and partner with us and stake your Cardano. That means that your Cardano stays in your wallet on your mobile device. We do not have access to your cash, but you're drawing 4 to 6% APY a year on your Cardano, while also gaining coins, being rewarded in ADA coins, because we know what ADA is going to do. We're about to talk about ADA Cardano and the price analysis of ADA.
I'm going to make some bold statements when it comes to Cardano tonight. Woo! It's time to take a stand to the Ethereum, whether it's an Ethereum killer or not. This is the article. Let's go to the other article first. Let's go to the article where the social article from Cointelegraph, all-time high social activity companies, 100% rally in Cardano price.
Let's see which one we got here.
Here, I got it pulled up. You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up.
All right, let's go. Here we go. So here we go. All-time high social activity accompanies 100% rally in Cardano price. Cardano price has doubled since the start of 2021, and the move coincides with a new all-time high in Cardano-related Twitter mentions. Social media mentions about Cardano have been growing since the beginning of the year, and during this time, the price of the ADA token has more than doubled. In the process, surpassing Bitcoin Cash to become the 6th largest cryptocurrency by market cap. A deeper dive into data from Twitter, data failed to identify a specific driver ADA's bullish price action. But data from the TIE did show that Cardano mentions recently reached an all-time high, with the price tracking the increase. Keyword analysis on Cardano-related tweets also failed to identify the motivating factor behind the recent social media surge. But terms like pool, stake, and staking pools were the most frequent trigger words in the majority of discussions led by community members. In private comments with Cointelegraph, Joshua Frank, founder of the TIE, said that chatter regarding an interoperability bridge between Cardano and IOTA that began making the rounds on January 2nd seems to have corresponded with the upward price movement and relatively large increase in tweets. This is referring to a recent discussion on IOTA's Discord in which project co-founder Dominique Shiner was asked if the IOTA Foundation has interest in developing a bridge to Cardano. In response, Shiner stated, yeah, 100%. Once we're ready, I'll reach out to Charles again. 24 hours after the idea started being discussed, Cardano saw a 63% increase in tweet volume and price surge 27% versus USD and 25% versus BTC, suggesting that this was an uncorrelated move. And so, man, Cardano stole the show from Ethereum. Ethereum will hit its all-time high. Ethereum is everybody was excited. Ethereum talks, I mean, it reaches numbers that nobody thought was going to happen again. And what are they talking about on Twitter? They're talking about Cardano, not Ethereum.
Charles Hoskins.
They're talking about Charles Hoskins. They're talking about IOTA. They're talking about Cardano. They're not talking about Ethereum. They're mentioning Ethereum hitting its all-time high, but Cardano stole the show. Cardano was passing Ethereum. And that's why I believe that Cardano will pass Ethereum.
Oh yeah.
You remember a company called Nokia?
Hey man, Nokia phone, man, back in the cricket days when I was a teenager. Hey, where's the Nokia at today?
Who knows? But I bet no one thought that nobody could beat Nokia in the phone business at one point, right?
Oh yeah.
Things change, and it changes fast. This is why I believe, and I'm saying it right here. It ain't gonna happen right now. This is not gonna happen right
2023,
now.
2024 is my prediction.
This is why I believe this is a long-term coin that you hold, and it's gonna retire some people. I'm talking about it's gonna retire some people. This is a coin that you put away, you build your kids' savings account on, you build your kids' college fund on. You could build your kids' college fund on, because this long-term trajectory of this coin has so much upside, so much potential. It is not even funny. It is not even funny. To me, this is like being able to invest in Apple in the 90s. But what if you were able to invest in Microsoft in the 90s? That's what this is. And not when you can just buy 2 or 3 stocks right now. I'm talking about when you could have bought thousands of them. Thousands of them. That's where we're at right now. And Ethereum hits its all-time high. Ethereum doing this and that, and all the dApps. But guess what they were talking about? Guess who was high on Twitter? Cardano.
Ada, baby. Ada.
Cardano. That's why we're saying that Cardano will pass Ethereum. Cardano will become the number 2 cryptocurrency in the coin, according to coin market cap. That doesn't mean it may not price them in price.
2023, 2024.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I like about this coin is you got 31 billion coins out. Probably about 32 now, because people are buying it up. It's I say about 32 billion coins, and 22 billion are in staking.
Yeah.
That means 22 billion of the 31 or 32 billion are not being traded. They're in staking right now, like a savings account. So it's not, you don't see a lot of daily, you look at the 24-hour trading volume right there. You look at that right there. Yeah. That's not a lot of trading volume going on.
Oh man, look at that 24-hour trading volume. That is low. But 45 billion ever going to be in circulation. 31 billion in circulation right now.
And
but 70% of that, 70% of that is locked up. It's stake pools, and people aren't selling it. People aren't selling it. What happens if when that number gets to 80, 85% of it's being locked up? But what Cardano is doing is so much bigger than that. And let me tell you something. Let me say something here with Cardano. Yeah, Ethereum, it has the benefit of being able to watch its past predecessors like Ethereum and Bitcoin and be able to create and not make the mistakes that they've made, like interoperability and like scalability, which it will benefit from. It will benefit from.
And what you're saying is, let me clarify what you're saying. What you're saying is, it's MySpace transitioned to the next big thing was Facebook, and then it went to Instagram and TikTok. So that's what we're trying to say. You got your first generation grandpa MySpace, and then you got your new age Facebook, and then all of a sudden come Instagram, which basically was getting more usage than Facebook was, more popular, and then all of a sudden you had TikTok. That's where we're coming at when we're talking about it's learned from the older forefathers before it. So that's what we're talking about in that aspect right there.
Yeah, and so what also Cardano's doing, it's just what they're creating, and the things that they're doing with this foundation, and then let me tell you something. People buy leadership. People buy leadership. When you got a leadership, real leadership, like Charles Hoskins has shown, and his ability to get things done, and his ability to build this out, and he didn't take the fast route. He didn't take the dollar route. He took the smart route. He said, "Oh man," he told a story today about when he was mining Bitcoin back in the day. He had 50,000 Bitcoin at one time.
Wow.
He said 50,000 Bitcoin. He said he had at one time. He said if he knew what he knew now, he gave a friend of his 235,000 Ethereum.
Wow. Man.
But he said it was one of his secretaries that worked for him. But he said that it wasn't even it's out today on Charles Hoskins' Facebook YouTube page, so go watch it. But he said Ethereum wasn't even worth nothing. It was barely a cent then. He said, well, maybe it'll be $1 one day, and this may help you. And he felt bad for the guy. He said it gave him something like 235,000 Ethereum. You know how much that is right now?
Man, he said gave what?
$400 million.
Wow.
But he said, he laughed. He said, man, I had no idea it would go to $1,300. But so that's crazy. But he said he had 50,000 Bitcoin at one time. So what Cardano's doing, where they're going, I mean, they are still in the show right now, man. It is amazing. The community, when you talk about a strong community, the Cardano community, 24 hours after the idea started being discussed, Cardano saw a 63% increase in tweet volume and a price surge 27%. And here we come with Google. Google's not even here yet, but here they come. Development enters the Google phase. And he talked about that today. Looks like things are all great for getting ready to launch this. Everything's on path. Mary Hard Fork is coming up here in February. Man, it's on path. It's on the path that it's supposed to be. Cardano's roadmap indicates that project recently transitioned from shell area to the Google era. The shell area brought decentralization to the core network and enabled ADA holders to stake and delegate their tokens to earn rewards. And you can stake your token with us at Southeast Staking. Visit us at southeaststaking.io and learn how to stake your Cardano and and get rewards of 4 to 6% annually. 70% of Cardano ADA is staked and locked up. Now that the project has entered the Google era, the focus on development is on the integration of smart contracts and the ability to build decentralized applications or dApps on the network. The addition of smart contracts and dApps opens a whole new realm of functionalities for the Cardano network, including the ability to create decentralized finance applications. Let me tell you this was what I fell in love with when I first read Cardano's white paper. You know what I fell in love with? It's governance. It's governance too. That's coming later on too. Voltaire and governance. That people will be able to vote on the blockchain. Now, do I think that's going to happen here in 2022, 2020? No. I think we're 10 years away from that. And we got to have some kind of real proof case that, you got to have some kind of evidence that supports, the functionality and it's strong and that it cannot be hacked and all that kind of stuff. Because people ain't ready for that yet. But imagine, we think about the issues that we have in America with voting, but imagine if you in Ghana. Imagine if you in some of these third world countries. Imagine, we talked about it before. Imagine in Russia where he controls basically the election, and they get rid of people that want to run against them. I mean, it's just crazy. And so if you're able to have this governance, and it may not, it's not going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, if in the next 2 to 5 years, but 10 years down the road, we've created, and we're a part of a system. Southeast Staking was a part of the governance system that helped build where that people around the world could vote now via blockchain. You could have a real democracy.
That's correct. That is correct.
I mean, we know that the blockchain it's not going to get hacked, and we know that that is the true transparency, where you don't have to trust, you verify. You got to trust that somebody didn't vote that was supposed to vote. All you got to do is verify. And guess what? The consensus throws it out. Oh man, that's what I fell in love with when I first heard about Cardano, and I read his white paper, and I said, this man is on to something. And then the more I got to watch him on YouTube and all kind of stuff, and the man, you know, there are some people in this world like the Apple, what's his name from Apple, Steve Jobs. The Steve Jobs of the world, those type of people that has that charisma, that magic, that you just want to be a part of what they're doing. Charles Hoskins is one of those guys.
Oh yeah, I like Charles, man. I mean, like the blockchain voting is definitely deep. I mean, what did my man say in Russia? He says, "I'll sign it if you sign it and say that I could be president for 20 more years." I mean, Putin, man, you can be 90 years old, man. Come on.
In a recent conversation with Cointelegraph, Cardano founder Charles Hoskins opened on the future of DeFi and how the teams plan to lead the DeFi spaces by developing partnerships in the African continent. And he's right. According to Hoskins, the real potential DeFi will be realized in developing countries. He's right. He's right. He's right. America, we don't need home loans and mortgages and car loans right now on blockchain. We don't need it right now, right? We got pretty good systems in place right now, and so we don't necessarily need it. But there are places in third world countries or Africa where they do need these types of systems. They do need liquidity. They do need more leverage, being able for their money to be able to go to work for them, and some of the things that the DeFi space provide. And so I agree with him wholeheartedly. We could see that Africa is where it goes, and they're developing right now Ethiopia, and they have an office in Ethiopia, and so it's going to be interesting to see as they give that build. Some girl created her stake pool the other day, created a stake pool in Africa, and so this is what happened. She was about to shut down something because she just couldn't keep running no more. She wasn't getting people to a stake pool because the biggest part of stake pool was the advertisement once you get it up, and we're finding that out. Go visit us at southeaststaking.io. And she wanted somebody from the Cardano community put it on Twitter that she's in Africa. She's one of the first in Africa. She's a blockchain, this, that. Her pool now has 3.4 million ALN.
Wow.
They did not let her shut down. Her stake pool has 3.4 million in one day.
Wow. That's deep.
That's helping the people that's trying. It wasn't a person asking for a handout because it ain't like she get a 3.4 million ADA herself. But now it allows her to keep her stake pool running. It allows her to be able to, have faith to do so. But this the community, the Cardano community is like no other, man. And they're strong. They're strong, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And they're not tribal. And that's the thing. Some of these communities, they get very tribal, and I don't believe that you can be tribal because I like Polkadot too. But I'm a big fan of Cardano, but Polkadot's the same thing. Ethereum's somewhat the same thing, but I'm not tribalist. Tribalism tell people don't buy Ethereum, don't buy Polkadot. Polkadot this, Polkadot's got dApps and things that's being built on top of it, but none of it's been useful yet. And now a lot of people don't know that. But I'm not tribal like that. Hey, whatever you believe in, whatever you want to invest your money in, it's your money. I'm not gonna be tribalism because I'm gonna put my money in a few places, you know. Oh man, so man, we fired up about Cardano, and Cardano, guys. We already said what we think that Cardano's gonna hit this year, $1 to $3, between $1 and $3. There's some guys even saying $7 this year. There's some guys I saw say $10 this year. But again, this is one of those coins that's low cost right now in the top 10, top 5 now, and you could see, you know, some really huge gains. Over the past 2 weeks, the price volume increased by more than 200%. Great day. And so, man, you can't find those kind of gains nowhere else. And it's holding this for 35 cents. I mean, if you want to cash out right now, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. But I mean, people are not cashing out too. There's a guy on Twitter that puts all the stats up on the Cardano stake pools, what's happening, how many stake pools, how many new ones, how many new delegates, all that. Do you know during this time, there has not been one ADA sold that's been staked? They are not pulling their ADA out.
Because people really know what the vision. They see the vision. They believe in Charles Hoskin. You know, he frequently gets on YouTube and gives us updates and lets us know what's going on in the ADA Cardano community with the Cardano Foundation. You know, we understand. We see his vision. So I attribute a lot of that to the openness of him, you know, of Charles Hoskin putting it out, letting everybody know his vision. And once again, like you said, it's almost like Steve Jobs. You know, it's right now for us, it's like being able to get Apple stock in the beginning.
Yeah. Imagine that, man. And I say this, like I said earlier, not being able to buy, I can buy 10 Apple stock. No, I'm talking about buying thousands of Apple stock. Cardano will retire some people in the next 4 to 5 years.
Oh yeah, 2023, 2024. My prediction, I think that around that time frame, you're going to see a tremendous difference on that. So, you know, that's two years down the road. But I think, you know, we can look back on history and look back on this YouTube channel and be able to say, hey man, that's the date that we talked about Cardano in that podcast right there on YouTube live. Let's go back and see what it said, and we'll be able to say, hey, here's history. But I do think that the 2023, 2024 year be huge.
No, and that's being bullish on some. We're bullish on some, but we country boy bullish on Cardano. Country boy bullish.
Hey, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just get your 35 cent, your 37 cent in, and get in the game right now, guys.
All righty. Well, we thank you guys for joining us at Country Boys and Crypto. Man, we get fired up, man. We get excited. If you got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Reach out. Go visit our site. Stake your ADA with SES, and come be a partner.
Come be a part. Come be a part of it. You know, we help come grow with us. You know, and earn some rewards and earn your 4 to 6%. We also got a couple other exciting things we'll talk about in the future. One of the things I want to bring up tonight is for those people that are out here listening, you're looking for a someplace to chat that's safe, centralized, crypted, you know, that you're not going to be able to, you don't have to worry about your information being hacked or whatever. Check out Prime One Chat. Check out Prime One Chat. It's free, and you can also earn some money on that Prime One Chat. So download that app. Prime.
Well, you get paid to chat,
dude. You get paid to chat. You get paid to chat. Like I said, Prime One Chat, man. It's a new chat thing. It's out there, man, and it's safe and secure. And like I said, we've been using it and like it. You can actually make phone calls, video chat like Zoom, and it's a texting app that is encrypted. That you know, that's safe. All your data stuff. We all know that you need your safe and your data protected. So you know, we don't want to steer you in the wrong direction like some of the other companies have been doing here. But hey, check out Prime One Chat. Get on it as soon as you can, and you'll probably find your friends on there. But check that out there.
Awesome. You guys have a great night. Thank you for joining us on Country Boys Crypto.
Country Boys